Hey everybody, welcome to the Kyle and Not Kyle show. I'm Kyle.
I'm not Kyle.
And we're doing our wild card round recap. We're going to start with the AFC. I sucked this week. I ended up going 0-4. The wild card round always gets me.
Total 0-4. You didn't go 0-4 in AFC.
Yeah.
You went 0-2.
Yeah, I went 0-2 and 0-2.
What did I do? Oh, yeah, 2-0.
Shut up. Yeah, so it was not a good week for me. So we're going to start out with the first game. Indianapolis Colts at Houston Texans. Final score, Colts 21, Texans 7. That did not feel like the final score.
No.
Felt like more it was 44-3.
Yeah.
If you look at just the stats, it looks like a closer game than it actually was.
It was junk stats.
Exactly. The penalties, to me, that was a big factor. The Texans were penalized 8 times for 67 yards. The Colts were only called twice for 10 yards. And part of the reason for me was they just dominated the offensive line for Texas.
Well, that's what Houston's got to focus on.
Exactly. If their first round pick is not a lineman and their second round pick is not another lineman, and their third round pick is not another lineman.
The thing is if I recall, they have no cap space.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to pick up a veteran.
Well, and that was part of the reason why they traded Dwayne Brown last year. Their left tackle was because of the cap space, the cap hit they were going to have, as well as some of the comments he'd made about the owner. Yeah, so Colts, they get the win. Now they go.
Andrew Luck looked good?
Oh, yeah, he looked great. Marlon Mack continues to impress me.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier about the I don't think they're going to make a run for Le'Veon Bell, because I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
Pay Le'Veon Bell $20 million, paying this guy what, $650,000? To me,
part of it, I think I mentioned this last year. If I could give a vote for Executive of the Year, I would almost have to give it to Chris Ballard, the GM, just because he brought in Frank Reich after McDaniels backed out at the last minute. He drafted Quentin Nelson, who is a first-team All-Pro. He drafted Darius Leonard, who is a first-team All-Pro, and he drafted Marlon Mack, who I believe made the Pro Bowl.
This is all their first year?
I believe it's Mack's rookie year. I believe he's a rookie.
Okay, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I know Nelson is...
I mean, even if you take Marlon Mack out and just talk about Nelson and Leonard, that's still a wow.
And all they need to do is just keep getting their offensive line better.
Exactly, which they're already one of the better offensive lines in the country.
Yes,
which I can't believe I'm saying that, because 2 years ago they were one of the worst in the country. And it did help, you could tell, because they got Ryan Kelly, their starting center back. Mm-hmm. And you could tell he was healthy, he was ready. Yeah, they completely shut down the Texans' defensive line.
That Texans defense, I would, watching all the playoff games, that was the most pathetic defense that was made. And on paper, they look like a bunch of Hall of Fame guys.
If I'm Bill O'Brien, I love Romeo Crennel. You know, he's from New England. I'd almost say give Greg Williams a call.
I don't know. How are you going to make them better? I think you got hard decisions.
Yeah.
I think J.J. Watt had a good year. I don't think he had a good enough year with what they're paying.
Yeah.
Same thing with who's on the other guy?
Clowney?
Yeah. He had a good year.
Yeah. Well,
not as good as years they're paying.
It sounds like they're going to franchise him, because, or at least they're going to put the franchise tag on him in hopes that by doing that they can and tell him basically, look, we just want to make sure we can get a good deal with you, like a long-term deal with you. We want to have longer to negotiate if need be. And it sounds like, because it sounds like he wants to stay there. So, you know, you guys drafted me, you took a shot.
But way too much of their money is on the defense, and older defense.
Exactly. Your starting corner is Jonathan Joseph, who I believe it's like his 10th year in the league.
Well, if you're still producing at a high level, I don't care if you're 20 years. But they're not producing at a high level. Next game.
This was a good game. I actually enjoyed it.
We're doing AFC?
Oh, AFC. Shoot. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. This is not a good game.
This was an awesome
I did not enjoy this. I'm a defensive guy, so I love low-scoring games. This was just sad watching. Oh my
As a defensive guy, that was a Bill Belichick. If ever there was a Bill Belichick pot where the witches are brewing, whatever it is, it was San Diego's defensive scheme.
Oh, yeah.
That was genius.
Yeah.
Absolutely genius. lining up safeties and corners with the linebackers and basically saying, pass the ball like a quarterback. See what happens. That's also saying we have zero fear of your wide receivers.
Yep.
And basically, you beat us because most quarterbacks don't take off running like you did.
Yeah.
That's really easy to solve. And boy, did they solve.
Yeah. I mean, for 3 quarters, Jackson looked terrible. They were going to...
3 quarters and a half.
Yeah.
He didn't look terrible. I didn't think he looked terrible. He looked like a rookie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, I was never as high on him as other people were.
He can run.
Exactly. That was the thing, was he runs the ball, but he is a turnover machine.
Well, what I noticed
Correction.
in
He
that
was a
game,
turnover machine in college.
what I noticed is, and I spoke about this before, Russell Wilson in that RPO, you do not know what he's gonna make the best decision for that play.
Because he's
I'm gonna pass it, I'm gonna run it.
Yeah.
And you don't know because he's actually admiraling the field right there. Lamar Jackson's going, oh, there's an opening for me to run, I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
That's what that fumble was.
And guess what? You're seeing that hole, but so's the linebacker who's 10 feet closer.
No, it was the safeties.
And
the corners.
Yeah. So the Chargers had nearly 100 less total yards, but won the turnover battle 3-1.
Well, I knew that Ravens defense is a good defense.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers scored 1 touchdown and made 5 of 6 field goals.
Yeah.
Okay, so I harp on Joe Flacco a lot. I don't like him. I think he's extremely overrated. I think he overrates himself. But I really did respect something. In the post game, they were in the locker room. They were interviewing him, and this is per Jamison Hensley. Flacco was asked if he could make if he felt he could have made a difference in the game, and he cut the reporter off. And this is where it said, no, you can't even go there, man. I thought Lamar did a great job of just hanging in there. He gave us a chance at the end. I got a little respect for him with that.
Because he towed the party line?
Yeah, because he hasn't always done that.
He won a Super Bowl. He doesn't ever have to.
He did not win that Super Bowl. That defense won that Super Bowl.
He threw for how many yards in the playoffs? It's some kind of ridiculous amount. Joe Flacco.
Oh, yeah, Flacco.
Playoff Amendola.
Playoff Flacco and playoff Amendola would be undefeated in the postseason.
That's what I'm saying.
But
he went there. He did well.
It was more of just okay, you know what? I appreciate that. Because I even thought at some point, like, okay, if you bench your rookie for this, who knows what effect that's going to have on him mentally. I mean, you've seen it before. Rookie quarterback has a
That was out schemed. That was one coaching staff doing a way better job than the other coaching staff. And what kills me about that is Harbaugh's a defensive guy. Mm-hmm. So basically he was saying, and this is where I'm going, this is why I like certain coaches to lose. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be able to out-scheme our super simple offense. Yeah. And you just go, would you be able to out-scheme? I got a running quarterback who can't pass the ball very well. Yeah. But I did think once he started to be forced in the pocket, he couldn't make more than one read. Yeah. That was the problem. Yeah. And he wanted to run. Oh my gosh. And I'm going, they better, because they're going to get rid of Flacco, which I think they should. Yeah. But I'm going, if you want this guy to be able to compete with Mayfield's a passer. Uh-huh. In that division, you better teach him to throw the ball first and run second. Also, because him, like Dak Prescott and Cam Newton, they don't slide. They lower their shoulder. Yeah. And if I'm an owner, I'm going, I'm not going to pay this guy this amount of money to watch him get hurt out there because he's going to have to. He thinks he's a running back.
Yep. No, I agree.
That's my 2 cents.
I agree.
I thought the Chargers just outplayed him, outcoached him. Yeah. Top to bottom.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
Outlasted. Played a full 60 minutes.
I don't think they played a full 60 minutes. Give the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, I think the Chargers were like, "What? We still have time left on the clock."
Wait, they can still come back. What's going on?
No, because they started. It was almost like they were going. And all I did was start having the flashbacks when they lost to Denver. Like, oh my gosh! Don't start doing crazy stuff. Because all I was going is, Rivers, don't do something stupid. You don't need to make a pass. You did great. It's fine.
All right, so that's our AFC recap for the wild card round. Tune in a little bit. Well, once we get these posted, and you'll have the NFC recap. We'll see you later.